welcome back to my channel. And in today's video, we are going to talk about the kidnapping attempt that was in Tunisia, Africa. So let's get into it. So y'all, this video has been going viral on TikTok regarding this young lady who name is Mika, and she went to Tunisia, Africa with one of her friends, a country in Africa. I think it's I don't know. She went to Tunisia, and it's somewhere in Africa. It's in North Africa. And what was supposed to be like a fun, adventurous girls trip for the week turned into a very, very scary nightmare. So I am going to insert this young lady's story where she is talking about her experience of going to Tunisia and she was kidnapped. So take a look at this.
Y'all look at my face. I cannot believe this shit. Like, they really tried to kidnap me in Africa. And if that shit happened to me, I know it happens to other people. And I just was blessed enough to get the fuck away. But all right, so when I came out here Friday. Friday night was cool. Saturday night we went out. I'm not a party person, so like an hour into the club, I'm like, you know, I always do this, nothing new. I'm like, all right, I'm going to the hotel. It's hella taxis outside. It's a lot of people out there. So the taxi brings me back to the hotel. I come upstairs. Well, no, I go to the front desk because I needed a key. My key, I don't know where my key was, but I went to the front desk to get a key. So they gave me a key. I come upstairs. Then I'm like, dang it, ain't no tissue. I go back downstairs. I go to the front desk. Y'all, that is the last thing I remember, being at the front desk. The next thing I remember is waking up in the back of a fucking car. I start freaking the fuck out. Like, I'm trying to get out. And once I get out, this guy, this shit is blurry. I thought the front desk, all that shit is blurry. I don't know what woke me up. I don't know what they gave me, what they did to me. I don't know. The last thing I remember is being at the lobby. So, the guy, you know, he get out the car. We're tussling. We fucking fighting. Like, I'm fucking fighting for my life. Like, I'm really like, all I could think about was my fucking kids. Like, man, I gotta get back home to my kids. I'm really fighting for my life. Like, this nigga's punching me. Y'all can see, like, he's trying to telling me, shut up. I was not, like, giving up wasn't an option. Like, I really was fucking fighting for my life. So I managed to get away by the grace of God. I don't even know how I really got away. It's all woods. I just started running. I did not look back. I'm running fast as shit to where I could see cars and lights. I'm running fast as shit, but this shit is blurry. I don't know what they gave me or did to me. So once I get, you know, I finally was able to wave somebody down and get some help. A taxi brought me back to the hotel, right? So, okay, y'all, I'm in the airport, so I'm gonna keep talking about it though before I forget. So the taxi brings me back to the hotel. So I'm running in. I tell Queen, y'all, I'm with Queen, so just keep up with me. I tell Queen, I'm like, they fucking took me. She telling me I'm yelling out shit, like, I was fighting for my life. Woody. She like, you just was so, you was in distraught, like you was in shock. You was crying and all that stuff. So, she got onto, she asked in the hotel, y'all, the hotel would not show us no videos. They was not helping us. They did not call the police for me. They did not give a fuck. That's how I know the hotel has something to do with it. Because it just doesn't make sense. So, what they're saying, right? They're trying to say that I never came back to the hotel. Like, once I, like, out their words of their mouth, they said I got snatched from the club. For one, how the fuck you know I was at the club? Two, if I got snatched at the club, where in the club I have this purse, I'm recording with this phone in the club. Like, we're having a ball. I got this purse on, and I'm recording this phone. How the fuck did my stuff get back in the room if I never came back? He keep trying to say, oh, y'all, it's just so much. It's just so much. But when I say I was fighting for my fucking life, like, they did not expect for me to make it back to that hotel. I was never supposed to come back to that hotel, yo. I was never supposed to come back. Then, you know what I'm saying, once I'm back, everybody, they looking so crazy. Everybody looking so crazy. Queen go back downstairs. Nobody wants to talk to her. Nobody, we don't want to talk to you. Now, nobody know no English. And for y'all to keep telling me that I never came there after the club, yes, the fuck I did. Yes, I know I did. But if I didn't come back after the club, right? Or if I, you know what I'm saying? If I didn't come back after the club, how the fuck is my stuff in it? And say if I didn't, you know what I'm saying? What they saying, if I didn't, if I got taken from the club, or if I willingly walked out of the hotel, you're gonna show me. You were so pressed to show me running in while it was light time, distraught. That's the only video they showed. But when I'm running in, I have no purse, I have no phone. You know why? Because my shit was upstairs, because I was upstairs. Man, this shit is so stressful. I don't even know what to do, how to go about this, who to say nothing to. I don't know. I don't know. I did not come here like this. All of this right here is all over my body. Okay, y'all, and then it's just a lot of weird shit going on. Like, the manager decided, remind me this happened Saturday night, Sunday morning. Once I got back to the hotel from escaping, I stayed in my room. I didn't want to go nowhere. I had booked a flight. You know, the next available flight was in the day. You think they came and checked on me? You think he asked? You know why the police showed up? Do y'all know why the police showed up? The police showed up because the hotel said Queen was being disruptive and, like, you know what I'm saying? Down there being too loud and shit, yelling at them, disrespecting them and shit. They never knew nothing I was talking about pertaining to me, or nothing she was telling to me. I had to call the fucking embassy, the U.S. embassy. They came and they brought their own police officers. And then even the guys that was police that night kept telling Queen, oh, come with him. Go with him to make a report. Go with him to make a report. We showed the real police that the embassy brought, and he said that's not one of our guys. What the fuck? Like, I cannot make this shit up. And then the manager, I got a picture of him, y'all. He telling me, oh, it was just, so Monday, we going downstairs to talking shit so he could show us the cameras. He tell me, can you just stay in the room? And she go, we like, no, we not, like, nobody going nowhere by themselves. Y'all janky. He asked me, he like, you got some sunglasses, or like, can you cover up? Fuck no. I want everybody to see what the fuck, you know what I'm saying? Like, it happened here, from here. I know for a fact I was in here. Y'all keep trying to tell me I wasn't here. But how did my purse that I had at the club, which I'm on camera in the club with my phone in my purse. So then when I get back to the hotel, I don't have no phone and no purse. That's what they showing me. I don't have no phone, no purse. I don't even have shoes on. But my shit is upstairs. Then he like, oh, this was just an accident. What the fuck do you mean it was an accident? This is the craziest shit I've ever been in my life. I travel a lot. It's not my first time out the country. It's not my second time out the country. I travel a lot. And the hotel won't show all the videos. If y'all innocent, just show the videos. You were so pressed to show me, oh, this is when she came back in. That's what they try to do. Oh, this is when she came back in. After I got into all that, you know what I'm saying? No, the fuck. That's not when I came back in. Y'all didn't expect me to come back in. That shit crazy.
So y'all saw saw that video of the young lady basically detailing her experience of going to Tunisia with her friend, and how basically there was a plot and a scheme set up by the hotel staff. And apparently, you know, they are kidnapping young women, more specifically black women. And she literally has scratches, defense wounds all over her body, basically defending herself against her kidnappers and her attackers. And she believes she might have been drugged with something, because, you know, she was of sound in mind essentially when she went to the hotel lobby, because she went to the hotel lobby to go get tissues or towels or something like that. And the next thing you know, she's waking up in the backseat of a car fighting for her life. And so this is scary, especially for solo travelers and young women in general. And this woman was not solo traveling, but she was traveling with a best friend, but she just so happened to be caught slipping, I guess, when she was alone in the hotel lobby. And so the thing about this situation in particular, right, is that the hotel staff was very nonchalant about the matter. They didn't even send out the police, because her best friend also made a video kind of like highlighting the situation, putting out social awareness regarding like what happened in Tunisia to her best friend.
الأربعة ونص رجعت هي وبالتاكسي وحدها ورجع التاكسي هاي من بعد قالت هي رجعت تقول لي ما نعرفش الوقت بالضبط، قال لي ما بقاتش برشا عاد خرج. تجي مع قريب الفجر.
203.
مش خلي هذه نخدم عليها سابق وقت، خلي البروج وحده نخدم وقت، بعدين خلينا نخدم عليها وقت آخر. حتى الأربعة كلمة فلوس، حتى 4 ودرجين. ساعة بينهم حتى لو نص شغال كثير باش تقعدون 4 ساعات هاي أنا عشان دخلنا تستسر تتحمس ولا كان عندي بدل طيب يجي خرجت جيت 3 وزيادة ولا خرجت التاكسي؟ كتير يا أخي. شلون حطيت السرير بزوج دولار؟ كان طلعت فوق مطيح بالسرير.
And how the hotel staff basically was nonchalant. They were very negligent. They didn't really care. They called the quote unquote police, but the police wasn't even the real police, because the young lady went to the U.S. embassy in Tunisia basically to report what happened. And when they went back to replay the events that took place, they said that's not one of our guys. It's not one of our police officers. So it sounds like it was an inside job, and this is basically human trafficking is what is being alleged to happen at this hotel. So the name of the hotel is the Penthouse Suite in Tunisia. And so a lot of people are sounding an alarm and bringing out social awareness of like, when you travel to Tunisia and if you stay at this hotel, these are the things that are apparently happening at this hotel. And so They were all over the news. They've done interviews, just really just talking about their story and their experience.
And that hotel did not expect for that lady to make it back alive. Their story's not even straight. The moment that they said to that lady, "You never made it back from the club," they were done. She could have been coming from dinner. She could have been coming from an event. Who knows what she was coming from, but she specifically said the club. She had no purse, no wallet, nothing on her. Everything that she had was already in her room. She came downstairs and asked y'all for some toilet paper and then woke up in the back of somebody's car. They had this lady meeting up with fake cops and doctors. And the biggest red flag had to be the fact that they refused to show her the actual security footage that she was asking for. Why y'all being weird? That woman literally fought for her life. The bruises that she walked away with were absolutely insane. Stories like that can seriously make you scared to travel. Every woman's fear is being kidnapped. I hope she gets the justice that she deserves, and I hope they investigate that hotel, because if they don't do anything about it now, I'm telling you, it's just going to keep on happening.
Hey y'all, we need to talk. The conversation we're about to have is super sensitive. This is to bring light and awareness to the situation that happened with the Black American lady that got abducted in Tunisia. And we finna get deep. I am ethnically Malian, which is a country really not too far from Libya or Tunisia. 3 hours away, literally. It is so sad, but it's the truth. And I'm also gonna be super personal. My heart goes out to Mika, the lady from, I think, Maryland, who got kidnapped in Tunisia, which is an Arab country in North Africa. Arab country. And I don't really come on here, I guess, talk about stuff this really deep, because it's just like, it's a lot, you know. People got their thoughts and opinions, but we know. We know. I feel like the only way y'all gonna really understand what I'm about to say, North Africa is basically the sundown town of Africa. Egypt, Tunisia, Algeria, Libya, and Morocco. Stay away. Stay away. As a black person in general, I don't care where you're from, America, Caribbeans, wherever you are from, please do not go to North Africa. They do not like anything that looks like me, because they don't look like us. Human trafficking, kidnapping, all of that, slavery is very normalized in North Africa. And that's not to generalize to say all North Africans are racist, but majority of them are. They do not like anything that looks like me. Don't do it, y'all. So a little bit of context. I am from Mali, which makes me ethnically Malian, which is right here. As you can see, Algeria right here, Libya and Tunisia and Morocco. There is an open, active slave market in Libya as we speak, and has been around for a very long time. My cousin was one of them. He was captured and sold in Libya, owned by a whole nother family. My blood cousin was captured in Libya and sold as a slave. This happened 2 years ago. A slave. Anymore. He was captured along with his other friends, and they are no longer here with us. God forbid what the Libyans have done with them. My cousin was the only one who had made it alive, and they shipped him on the boat to Italy. I had a cousin who made it out. And it's so sad that this is actually the norm in North Africa, especially in Tunisia and in Libya. Libya has an open slave market. They was not expecting her to make it through to be able to tell a story on TikTok. I can promise you that. And it's sad to say that this is so normalized. Like, I have an older sister who lives in Morocco, and she's been rejected by every single employer she's ever tried to work with. And their reasoning being, oh, we didn't know you were black. What? Mind you, Mali and Morocco is like right there. Maybe an hour. Mind you, Moroccans are still Africans. But, you know, let them tell it. They say they're not Africans because they're not black. Us West Africans, we know not to go to North Africa. As y'all can see, this is Libya. Next door is Algeria. Right below that is Mali, where I'm from. In Libya, there's an open slave market to this day. Slavery. Black Africans know not to cross the line and go to. And it's just so sad to see that this actually happened in 2025 in broad daylight over there. And the fact that she made it out, she fought. Like when you see those bruises and the marks that she has all over her face. But again, like I said, this is like an awareness video to, we just gonna say, Black Americans, or if you just a black person from any part of the world, please do not visit North Africa. A lot of West, South, and even East Africans were having an uproar, like, say North Africa, because we don't really associate ourselves with them, to be honest, because they don't want to be called Africans because they don't look like us, because they like. And it's sad to say that this is such a common thing that happens in North Africa. It's very common. North Africans do not like people that look like us. I'ma always say, if you want to come to the African continent, please do your research. Know what countries you want to come to. Egyptians on that, Moroccans on that, Libyans on that, Tunisians actually hate black people. You will hear an Egyptian, Moroccan say, I am not African, I am Arab, because they were colonized by the Arabs. But if that's the case, then I'm French, right? My country was colonized by the French, so what do you mean? To see that happen was one of the most saddest and traumatic situations that I've, I guess, seen on live. Like, her posting that TikTok video, I was like, no way. But then it wasn't shocking to me because North Africans, they actually, baby.
I'm an American living in Tunisia, and I get so many comments from potential tourists to Tunisia asking about, oh, is Tunisia safe? Am I going to be okay? Am I going to get robbed? Listen to me. In America, people go to the store, they go to school, they go to festivals, they walk on the street normal. They're getting killed or they're getting ran over by cars. It's crazy. Here, let me tell you, if you get ran over by a car here, it's because somebody's on their phone or they're not looking, because Tunisian people drive crazy. Not because they want to kill you, because they're sick. Kids here, they go to the store by themselves. They go to school by themselves. They walk alone by themselves. There's kids walking by themselves here. You would never see that in America, ever. And if you do, it's because you live in a small town and everyone knows each other. And I think barely even then. I think the only people here with guns here are the police, and that's all I've seen. Maybe they may have them, I don't know, but I've only seen police with guns here. Listen to me, if anyone tells you Tunisia's not safe, don't listen to them. They're probably Tunisian. And the dangers in this country is not the same dangers in America, okay? Or maybe even in Europe, I don't know. Europe's pretty safe too. And I think a lot of people think that a lot of countries who suffer from a lot of poverty tend to be unsafe. And this can be true, but I don't think this is true for Tunisia.
I had to cut my birthday trip short in Colombia because the first night we was out there, we almost got kidnapped. Like, literally, y'all, this is real. This is not to shit on nobody's country.
The worst that can happen to you here in Tunisia is maybe some horny Tunisian man catcalling you, and you're not going to understand anyway because it's going to be in Arabic or French. Maybe you speak French, I don't know. Or maybe somebody's scamming you out of money because they say, oh, the taxi ride is 20 dinner, but maybe it's like 5 dinner. That's the worst that can happen to you. And I'd rather be scammed out of 3 USD than shot and killed. So yeah, Habibi, come to Tunisia. Bye. Okay, I also forgot to tell you about be careful for men that want to use you for a visa too. Because that happens here too, so be careful. Because yeah, Tunisia's beautiful, it's fun to vacate, but people don't like living here, and Tunisian people want to leave. And they will literally do anything to leave here.
Day 2 in Tunisia, and I'm pretty sure I have Arab privilege, if that's even a thing, because everybody thinks I'm from here. Everybody running up to me, talking to me in Arabic, they think I'm from here. I've gotten that at least 3 times in the past 24 hours. I also have it in the Dominican Republic too. Everybody thinks I'm Dominican. That's what happens when you're racially ambiguous. I'm actually half from Tanzania, and I'm half from Europe, so half black, half white. But yeah, I could be. I don't know. I feel like those DNA tests may not explain everything, because I look really Arab and I feel Arab. Like, I feel so at home here. And even though I don't understand Arabic, like, I don't know. I feel really, like, comforting here. Like, my nervous system is at ease. And a lot of people were sending me that video of that girl that got kidnapped, which is terrible, which is very unfortunate. But I will say, you're probably more likely to end up in a mass shooting if you live in the United States than you ever are to be kidnapped. Like, unfortunately. I remember when I was in college, I'd always be, like, sitting in the classroom looking for the exit. But let me tell you this. You'll never know when it's your last day on earth. Nobody has that privilege. Out of all the privileges, Arab privilege, Dominican privilege, whatever privilege you have, pretty privilege, no one has the privilege of knowing when their last day is. So live every day like it could be, and just have a good vibe, baby. Have a good vibe, and hopefully when you go out, it's in a good way. I want to go out peaceful, you know? But that's what it is. So here I am, this beautiful place. The resort I'm in is like a city. It takes like 15 minutes to walk from one end to the other, so I got my book bag. I'm gonna go sit on the beach and read a book and mind my business.
No, because I'm actually scared. Why was I taking a video of me in my dress, in my room, quiet, like silent? Someone starts knocking on my door. It's after 12, mind you. The only person that knows I'm in this room is the reception staff, and if they needed me, obviously they'd use the phone and call me. The person was knocking for about a good 5 or 10 minutes. I don't have a peephole, so I couldn't like look and see who it was. And they didn't like call and say security, or do you know what I mean? Obviously the door stopper's behind the door, and I've got like the what's that called? I've got that in there, and then I've got one on the glass as well. I've got these. And I've also got a heel next to me, because you just never know. But yeah, in all honesty, I'm scared. And tonight's my last night, so I really need to sleep, because I've got a flight tomorrow. Like, who the fuck? Why the fuck? And the internet's down in the hotel. And the internet's down in the hotel. Like, and it's been down for 6.5 hours now. So I don't have no Wi-Fi. I'm fucking terrified.
And people, a lot of people are now speaking out saying like places in North Africa like Tunisia and Egypt are very unsafe for women, more specifically black women, especially if you are a solo traveler. And so even like men are speaking out saying they traveled to Tunisia and they won't even leave the hotel room because of how scary it is and how unsafe it is, especially for a woman, because if they don't respect the women in their own country or town, they're definitely not going to respect a woman who is a foreigner. So that is really, really scary. And this is not a video to kind of like fearmonger, but to put my viewers and others who may come across this video on social awareness of like what is happening at this hotel in Tunisia. And just kind of do your research before you travel into a country to see what is going on, because it was very frightening and alarming to me. And like, we rarely hear stories about people who were kidnapped being able to escape their kidnapper and tell their story. And so this story somewhat has a happy ending, because she was able to get away from the kidnappers, although she's going to have a lifetime of trauma, she and her best friend, because when they did an interview, they were basically saying how you know, they've been, ever since they got back from the trip, like a week after, even a week after, they were staying the night at each other's houses because they just did not want to, you know, sleep alone or leave the other one alone because of the traumatic experience that they endured in Tunisia. So let me know what you guys think on all of this. This is a very scary situation. This is something I feel like everyone needs to know about. It is very important, if you are going to travel into any country or anywhere, to do your research to find out what is happening in that area, especially if you are a woman of color, because we understand that racism, misogyny, all of these things are against us, is where we are in America. But if we go outside of the country, we need to understand, like, what is happening in these countries, how are they treating their women, how are they treating the foreigners, before you make these decisions to travel somewhere. And so I'm just happy that this young lady was able to survive this matter and tell her story and put us all on awareness about what is happening in Tunisia. And now, I've never heard of Tunisia until this, but I can guarantee you I will not personally be going there. It's not on my bucket list of places to go. And I will see y'all in the next video. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see y'all in the next video. Bye.